Why did you have me muted, Bruce?
I think I accidentally added us to the stream too early, and I was like, "Oh crap!" So I should mute him just so that way people don't hear me like
I was
or anything.
I was about to say I don't believe what I just saw. That Bruce made it all the way through the whole intro and the whole first 5 minutes with no issues, and then we were both muted.
Hey, you were able to fix it. You were able to fix it. It got done. It got done. Anyways, MJ, you fucker. How are you?
Welcome to Third Down Thursdays, folks. I'm doing great.
I still haven't shaved.
You look good. I like it.
I look like a bum right now. I feel like I still feel like shit. Well, not completely like shit.
You look a little scraggly, but it's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Hello, Owen. Hola, sir.
What up?
I went golfing today.
Ooh.
It was 75 degrees and beautiful. So there's pros and cons to this, right?
Okay.
Gorgeous day, right? Had a great time with my boy Brando right here. Right there. I don't know how this works. Right there. And Brando's swing much better, right? My swing was decent, Driver not good today.
How many holes? How many holes?
18. And
what'd you shoot?
90.
Ooh, what up, Sean? Nice.
What's up, Sean?
I'll take a 90.
Yeah, so it wasn't a terrible day. But and Brando and I were talking about this. We just always want to play more when we're done. Like,
shit, just wait until you get to your thing.
There's
all of a sudden your fucking back starts hurting out of nowhere, and you're just like,
that's why I want to play more now.
You're like, all right, where's my beer?
I mean, you could just bring it on the course, but yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And then Paige and I went out with Brando and his girlfriend for lunch afterwards. So we had a great day. Took a nap while watching some golf. So we having a good day over here, Bruce.
Nice. That's good. Well, MJ, how am I feeling?
Yeah.
Still sick. So it was really weird. I actually felt better. Probably, what was it? Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I felt like normal again. I was like, all right, cool. I kicked it. I was testing negative for it. Still am testing negative for COVID. But like my wife, unfortunately, got COVID. So we had to kind of like hunker down again because there's still some companies that are like, all right, just stay home, whatever. So it is what it is, especially since she works with children. Obviously, that's another issue in and of itself.
Right.
So a few days ago, I was like, feeling better. So I was like, I'm going to go out to the garage. I'm going to get a quick workout. So those of you that don't know, I have like a decent little setup down in my garage for workouts and stuff. Awesome workout. Felt good. I was like, all right, cool. So I was doing work from home too. Everything was going awesome. I was like, I was emailing. I was feeling great. I was like, man, I feel awesome. Whatever. I popped open some beers. I was like, all right, back to normal. Feeling great. Next day comes. Out of nowhere.
Not back to normal.
Not at all, dude. I had a fever. I had a really bad sore throat. I tested negative. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Last night, woke up in a nasty sweat. Had to come downstairs. Like I slept on the couch. Right now, it's probably the best I've felt all day today. And
really?
Yeah. It's because it's Third Down Thursday, Doc. But
you're right.
But yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I'm testing negative. I feel decent. I don't feel terrible. Like I'm pounding water like it's going out of style. That's good. The slightest movement of anything, my guy, I start sweating profusely though. Like
that's not good.
So I painted. So while sick, my wife had a great idea. This is not a knock on her, so don't view it as a knock on her. And if she's watching, this is not a knock on you, my love. So she had the idea of like, okay, you're not feeling well. Maybe, and believe me, I agree with this. She's like, maybe you should just, as soon as you wake up, start doing something right away. So that way, like, it keeps your mind like focused. It keeps your energy, whatever. Yeah. So I was like, it's not a bad idea. So I took my normal like routine supplements, vitamins, all that jazz. And I was like, all right, we'll start painting. Started painting. Bro. I finished the room, which is awesome. 3 different shades of pink, by the way.
Looks good.
Thank you.
I saw it.
However, my guy, I felt like just absolute ass. I mean, I still Still don't feel the greatest right now.
Yeah.
But, yeah, but yeah, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It's basically like my internet right now.
Yes.
Well, let me take care of that.
If you want to, Bruce, take care of that, and I've got plenty to talk about. So don't.
Oh, hold on. We're gonna get into that.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Give me. Hold on. Give me.
Don't worry.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Bruce has got to go fix his internet. So if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns for me in the meantime, please let me know. Sean, yes, Robert Tonyan to the Bears. I would have loved if Tonyan would have stayed with the Packers. I don't think he would have been tight end 1 because I am of the belief that, especially if they have 3 picks in the top 50, I think they're going to use one of those on a tight end, which is kind of what it's looking like right now. Bruce believes he is back. We shall see. But no, I think as a number 2 in Chicago behind Cole Kmet, as a safety blanket, big body, he's not very good at separating. He's got pretty decent hands. I think it's a good pickup for the Bears. I'm not mad at it. As a Packers fan, I think it's a decent pickup for the Bears, so I'm not mad.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they end up addressing it also the tight end position one more time in the draft too, like later in the rounds.
Yeah, no, I agree. Apparently Mason says hi. Mason, let me post your scouting reports. You stupid Iron Man. Anyway. And yes, Owen, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. But no, Bruce Mason, I told him months ago, right? He's one of the best scouts.
Hold on, time out. You totally just did like a southern accent right there. And you didn't even notice it, I don't think.
What did I do? Oh no.
You're like, I told him.
Oh yeah. No, it's starting. I already know. Because when I get riled up at work, Bruce, it's starting. Because I have to do that to communicate to these idiots. Because if I talk like I'm from Chicago, they look at me like I'm stupid. But anyway,
fair enough.
That's what we love to see, Alex. That's big time. That's big time. But no, I told Mason months ago, he's one of the best scouting report guys I've seen for the draft, right? And he's not writing them for anywhere anymore. He's just writing them for his own self. I said, dude. I said, dude, just let me post it. Just send me the Google Doc and I will do everything. And he is such a picky little piece of crap that he hasn't let me, and it makes me mad. Wow. But yeah, speaking of picky little pieces of crap that make me mad.
Oh yes, please. We have to touch on this before. All right, your boy.
So I'm just gonna big screen myself
the never-ending saga of Aaron Hobbit Rodgers.
Give me.
Oh my god! All right, go, dude. Go ahead. I'll let you go.
I am so happy that we are getting closer and closer to Aaron Rodgers not being a part of the Green Bay Packers anymore. And I would like to, before I really get going, I would like to wholeheartedly acknowledge what Aaron Rodgers has done for the Green Bay Packers organization. There are a few things that just have to be mentioned, right? First of all, Bruce and I have even agreed. I believe Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of a football I've ever seen. Bruce has him in his top 3, along with Patrick Mahomes and Dan Marino.
Correct.
Aaron Rodgers, with a football in his hands, has done things that were seemingly impossible at the time. There are so many plays, the Hail Mary to Richard Rodgers in Detroit, the Hail Mary to Jeff Janis in Arizona, where Rodgers started on his own 2-yard line with under a minute to play, no timeouts, made 2 of the most impossible throws on 4th down I've ever seen in my life, and has made incredible plays that literally made me jump out of my seat and made me want to watch every game to its completion, because as long as 12 had the ball in his hands, I thought we could come back, right? I understand there have been a lot of crushing playoff losses, and those can be debated. How much of that was on 12? How much of that wasn't? That's not what I want to talk about right now. I do want to completely acknowledge that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback that was playing for my favorite team when I fell in love with football. So that cannot be diminished, right? Whatever annoyance, whatever grievances I currently have for the human being, I cannot deny the football player that I watched play for the last 18 years.
That's fair.
But with that being said, I am so happy that he's going to New York. He can be the New York's media problem. He can be the New York Jets fans problem. He can be Woody Johnson's problem. Not Woody Allen, Woody Johnson's problem.
Woody Allen.
I am so done with all of his crap. Okay, so real quick, let me just dive into this BS appearance on Pat McAfee, which first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to the Pat McAfee show. The fact that they have built, a very successful podcast that Bruce had 496,000 concurrent viewers
that was amazing.
At one point on YouTube. That is just ridiculous. Okay, so I want to acknowledge that because that's incredible for them. That's huge for their brand. I know, and even Pat McAfee said this, they weren't there for McAfee or any of the guys. They were there for Rodgers.
100%.
But the fact that they have built such a platform that even somebody who really hates media, like Aaron Rodgers, is willing to come on and tell his story on their platform, I think that's really cool, and that's something that needs to be acknowledged. Now, on to some of the things that were said in that appearance. Number one, Aaron Rodgers said, and I quote, "It is not true that there were demands made."
Okay.
And 30 seconds later, proceeds to say, "Did I happen to talk glowingly about certain free agents that I played with last year when they asked me about them in our 4-hour meeting? Absolutely, I did." So you're telling me, Aaron, that the man who, when they met with the New York Jets brass, hadn't yet decided and made it explicitly clear, he told them, "I really haven't figured out if I still want to play yet." When you met with them and you talk about the guys that you want to sign, and they sign Allen Lazard, and they've been linked to Randall Cobb, and they've been linked to Mercedes Lewis, you're telling me that that was not a list of demands just because you didn't hand them a pretty scroll that had in cursive gold lettering at the top, wish list wide receivers, doesn't mean you didn't make it very clear, I want these guys here. Why else would the Jets release Braxton Berrios, who had been one of their top slot receiver for the last few years, to clear space for Randall Cobb? Why else would the Jets release one of their tight ends to clear space for Mercedes Lewis? Why else would the Jets sign Allen Lazard? Obviously, great wide receiver, but they have three. They have three great receivers. They don't inherently need Allen Lazard. And so to tell me that you didn't make demands, okay, you're just a dirty liar. Let's go on to number two. Shout out to Jacob Westendorf from Game On Wisconsin, who posted this today, I believe. Aaron Rodgers said, and I quote, "When I came out of the darkness, it seems like there had been a shift from the Green Bay Packers." So let's go back to a appearance that Rodgers made on the Pat McAfee show before he went into the darkness, where he said, and I quote, "I don't know why, but it seems like there's some discussions and some talks that don't involve me right now, which is weird." He was talking about trade talks. That was what he was asked about. So either he's stupid or he's a bold-faced liar. Either way, get him out of my face. And New York, please deal with him, because this idiot thinks he can just lie to our face, and we're not going to figure it out.
Master manipulator. That's all the guy
he thinks he is, but
master manipulator.
Bruce, this is the great thing about the internet. We have the receipts.
There's multiple.
So the idiot is out here lying to our faces, says, "I'm not playing the victim, guys. I'm not out here trying to, say this or say that, but you're out here talking about how the Packers turned their back on you. You went into the darkness and,
90%,
in the dead of the night."
Hold on. Let me touch on this.
Yeah.
90% reason, like he's like, "Oh, I'm 90% going to retire." And then comes out of it, and he's like, you know what? I want to go to the Jets.
So
let's expand on that part of it, though, too. Because any person that puts in their mind that they want to retire or anything of that nature, they're done. They're done. They don't want to be a part of it. Like his skill set, I think, is still of an NFL quality quarterback. Obviously, that goes without saying. But when your mind is not there, when that passion's not there, when you have to go on a darkness retreat and then come out of the darkness retreat, still finally being like, oh, I'm going to play again, even though I was 90% sure I was going to retire. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's asinine. I think he wants all eyes on him, all attention on him. And as a Bears fan, I am over the freaking moon to have his talent out of the NFC North. But,
and here's what's even more outrageous, right? It has to be said, okay, right? First of all, Rob Domofsky reported today, before Rodgers and actually after Rodgers went into the darkness, he wasn't responding to the Packers. Okay,
he lost the number,
right? Which, by the way, shout out to Adam Schefter for just playing that up. That was fantastic.
That was great. Dude got ghosted.
Nice try. Lose my number, though. I would love if it ever gets to a point that I get that text from Aaron Rodgers. That would make my day. Anyway, let's just make it clear, right? If Rodgers intended 90% to retire, why would the Packers not plan to move on?
And why would they just? If I'm the Packers after seeing that and hearing that, oh, you want to retire? You don't want to play with us for our organization? All right, cool. We're just going to sit on this shit and let you fucking wallow in your own freaking pity or sorrow or whatever the fuck it is that you do in your hobbit hole and just chill there.
It baffles me that he can find a way. I understand. I tweeted yesterday, Aaron Rodgers is actually complaining about the fact that the Packers didn't re-sign a long snapper.
I know. I saw that.
Brett Good. Okay. Brett Good was a fantastic long snapper for the Packers for, I believe, around a decade, right, Bruce? Mm-hmm. And it was around the time when Jordy Nelson left, Micah Hyde, a few other guys that Rodgers has mentioned multiple times. It's just fascinating to me that he actually holds that against the Packers front office. You hear so often the cliche, this is a business. And I honestly don't believe that Aaron Rodgers understands this, because he even said yesterday, for an organization that talks about being all about family, they kind of just ship out their players a year early. Aaron,
better than a year late.
Exactly. And he said they ship them out a year early instead of a year late. Well, Aaron, isn't that kind of their job?
Right.
Isn't that kind of the job of an NFL general manager, to balance winning now and winning in the future? And that's what he's doing by getting rid of your dumb self. So go to New York, go to the bright lights where they're not going to take this crap. I love the Packers media, but they don't push Aaron Rodgers enough.
No, why would
they have never pushed Aaron Rodgers enough. And you want to know why? Because he's petty and he remembers stuff. And so to me, if you're just sitting there being afraid of Aaron Rodgers, no. And that's why I wholeheartedly report everything I hear about Aaron Rodgers. Here's the last thing. I'm doing great, Cy. I am livid. Here's the last thing that I have to say. When Aaron Rodgers was at the golf tournament in Malibu, right? The one where he was seen with Josh Allen, the one with all the Raiders chants, all of that, Bruce. Right. That's what's wild to me is how'd that work for you last year, Aaron? How'd that work for you last year, Chief? But Bruce, the last thing I have is when Rodgers was playing that golf tournament in Malibu, Brian Gutekunst flew out to California to see Aaron Rodgers and personally talk to him, personally see what was up, see where his mind was at, all of that. You want to know why the Packers moved on, Bruce? Because Rodgers refused to talk to him.
Yeah, he's like a little kid. He's like an angry, upset teenager that wants his way.
So my last thing, let's put this in a frame of reference that everybody's little brains can understand. Let's say that Rodgers and just the Green Bay Packers as a whole are two high schoolers. Okay. Aaron Rodgers is the pretty girl, right? He was the prom queen 2 years in a row, right? The Green Bay Packers, they're a good football player, right? They're not the quarterback, right? Because they're not big, they're not prime time, but they're a 4-star wide receiver recruit, right? Okay, so we've got prom queen, right? 2 years in a row, on top of the world, all right, at Littletown High School, and we've got the 4-star recruit receiver. They've been, they've had a thing the first couple of years of high school. They started dating, right? The first year that Rodgers was the prom queen, everything was going great. The high school loved them in Littletown, and everything was wonderful. Well, Aaron went on a family vacation, okay? And the Green Bay Packers wanted to surprise Aaron by showing up right at the end of that vacation just to spend a couple days on the beach with Aaron, right? Because, they've been going steady for the last few years, and they have been loving every moment of it. But you know what happened, Bruce? When the Packers showed up to that beach, Rodgers didn't want to talk to them. And, the Green Bay Packers were sad. They were disappointed, but they understand all good things come to an end. So they went home and they said, you know what? We've got our future prom queen. I think we've got something here, somebody we've been talking to for the last few years. And
we'll say homecoming. We'll say homecoming.
Yeah, we've got homecoming queen. Okay. Definitely somebody that we could make something happen with here. And they make us laugh. They make us happy. They buy us ice cream. It's a great relationship. And when Aaron came back from his family vacation, he was so mad that the Packers had started talking to the homecoming queen that he just blew up all over social media, posted on the Instagram, posted on the Snapchat story. And he just couldn't understand why the Packers would move on.
It's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's
and
you.
To me, Bruce, this is the perfect analogy for this drama queen, diva, piece of crap that just wants all the attention.
Wow. Let's
That's all I've got.
I mean, it's really good and interesting, and to be honest with you, I actually agree with a lot of it. I really do, and I'm finding that, man, it's tough to beat that. Like, that was just amazing. Let's love to see it. Nice. I like it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. But MJ, let's get you something to drink real quick, and let's a quick shout out from our
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
When you email Jeff at mybebig.com, make sure you tell him that Third Down Thursday sent you and that MJ is better than him at COD.
Facts.
MJ, so I'm gonna shift gears right now. And
no, Bruce, I'm stealing your thunder here, okay? And I'm not stealing it. I'm stealing it for exactly what you want, and I know it is, and I'm gonna preview you like the professional that I am. So sit back, grab your popcorn, and get ready for the Coach Bruce analysis of a lifetime. So recently, I believe since our last show, the Chicago Bears, who are no longer in the dumpster for the time being, we shall see. But the Chicago Bears traded the first overall pick to the Carolina Panthers for pick 9, first round pick next year, second round pick, and another pick. And DJ Moore. Which I believe
a legit number one.
A true number one wide receiver. The only receiver in the last 3 years to have 1,200 yards receiving each He has not had a real quarterback his entire time in Carolina, and he has put up the most consistent numbers of any wide receiver in the NFL. They signed PJ Walker to be their backup quarterback who can in my opinion, mentor Justin Fields. He has more football experience than Justin Fields. He can calm him down a little bit, get him used to working with DJ Moore. I think that's a very solid guy who also has starting NFL experience, can come in and run the system in case
are you interviewing right
of
now?
Emergency.
Is this what this is? You're interviewing right now.
I'm giving you
because you're giving
an
everything.
intro.
You were giving everything that I was going to talk about.
So, Coach Bruce, if you let me finish,
my God.
if you had to give a grade on the Chicago Bears offseason right now and Ryan Poles' current moves, what would that grade be and why?
Nice. Look at you. Good intro. Good intro.
Thank you. Even though you yelled at me. You're welcome.
I did yell at you, but MJ, I'm gonna give it a solid B.
Okay.
Currently, a solid B. Currently, the reason why it's not a solid A is because I think they still need to address the tackle position on offense. And granted, they could be going for a draft or somebody in the draft, which I do think the professional. Nice. Well, I mean that's not hard right now. Anyway, no, I love it. It's a solid B. They still need to go after somebody. They need to solidify that offensive line. Defensively, I like what they've done. They essentially, by getting rid of Roquan Smith, they were able to sign 3 defensive players. One of which was they had comparisons to Brian Urlacher, which was awesome. I mean, let's pump the brakes on that. It's a Hall of Famer, so let's not, But in order for any linebacker, doesn't matter what scheme you are playing, in order for any linebacker to be successful, MJ, what do you need in front of them?
A defensive line.
Defensive line, exactly. And I'm still waiting for the Chicago Bears to sign a higher. I don't want to say a big, like a huge free agent or anything, because I don't think that's the route they're going to go. I think they're going to address the line, both offense and defensive lines in the draft by getting quality depth. But man, as a Bears fan, it's just nice to see. Oh, and there's another thing. It's nice to see them signing players that aren't over the age of 28 to 30 years old. Instead, they're in their mid-20s. Like, they haven't even hit 25 yet. And their best football is still ahead of them. And that is the sign of of leadership that knows what they're doing, a scouting team that knows what they're doing, and people that actually want to have a sustained success. Say that 5 times fast, MJ. Sustained success. Anyway, I love it. I think it's great. Who was it? Was it TJ Edwards? How much was that deal for?
Tremaine Edwards?
No, TJ Edwards. And you're talking about Tremaine Edmonds. Tremaine Edmonds is the one that I thought that pick was awesome. But according to PFF, the TJ Edwards acquisition from the Eagles, he was on the Eagles last year, that actually graded out better for whatever reason. I don't know why, than Tremaine Edmonds. But I think it's great. I still think that they need a corner. I still think that they need to address that. But I don't know, man. This is the first off season, and this is all. And MJ, and you know this, you can attest to this. This is all assuming that Justin Fields has that transitional third year that
right.
Rookie quarterbacks and the quarterbacks on the rookie deal have. They had that transitional third year into the top 15 NFL quarterbacks. But I'm happy, dude. I love it. This is the most optimistic I've been in quite a long time for the Chicago Bears in the offseason. Right now, it's more fun to read about the Bears in Chicago than it is to watch the Bulls, the Blackhawks. Spring training is going on, but both ball clubs, while the Cubs are up and coming, the White Sox are probably going to be mediocre. So it's a Bears town through and through. More people pay attention to that than any other sport in this town. So I love it. That's great. Yeah.
Bruce, I'm just looking at, and I don't mean to rain on your parade, right? I'm just looking at the Bears roster, and I still see
Let me pull up their most recent roster.
6 holes on their starting roster.
Let me pull up their The most recent roster.
I'm looking at ESPN's depth chart.
Yeah, I still think they need a running back.
Nate Davis is the lineman they just signed, correct?
Correct.
Right.
He's a guard.
Yeah. So I would say, what do you think of Cody Whitehair? I can't remember your thoughts on him. Yes, yay, nay.
I'm indifferent about him, to be honest with you. I think
I'm personally a nay.
You need to upgrade on it, but
yeah, I'm personally a nay. So I'm thinking, in my opinion, a running back and a better left guard. So that's 2, and then honestly, all 4 defensive line spots.
So DeMarcus Walker, they just signed from the Titans.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I understand they're going to start him, but I still think that's because he's not a by himself dominate. He can be startable if you get somebody on the other side who's disgusting, but he's not. He was really good in Tennessee because Jeffrey Simmons was on the inside,
right?
So you need someone like that next to him, and they don't have that.
He had 7 sacks. His best game, it looks like, the Chargers.
Yeah,
Chargers. It looks like last year.
And then I think the starting 4 in the secondary, Johnson, Briscoe, Jackson, and Gordon, I think they're good. You obviously need way more depth because you're still going to get
100%
torn apart.
And I don't think
that.
To be honest with you, I think Brisker. I think Brisker's could be an absolute beast. I'm
worried about Eddie Jackson. Now I think with some support he can turn it around. But I still think you are 6 or so starters away from really being there.
So what we say at the combine? Would we say at the combine how many players? How many blue chippers do we need?
4.
So we said 4. All right. So right now, how many? Sorry, my necklace got stuck in the. What you got? So right now, if you looked at the Chicago Bears roster, I can identify, and I'm going to try to do this as impartial as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, I can identify 1, 2, for sure, blue chip guys that would start on any other team. Well, okay, I'll say 2. I'll stick with 2.
So are we defining it as they would start on any team in the NFL? Is that kind of how we're defining it?
I mean, I guess so, because if it's a blue chipper, he's going to start on any team.
So I would say 2.
So I said
Tremaine Edmonds and DJ Moore.
Okay, I had DJ Moore. And I did overlook Edmonds, and I actually in my mind I said Eddie Jackson, but that's only assuming he comes back and was playing the quality that he was last year and in 2018.
But yeah. Oh yeah, I don't think he would. He'd start on 29, 30? 29, yeah. So I don't think he would.
I see what you're saying at that.
Yeah, because I know for a fact he would not start on every team.
Also, they need a center, dude. By the way, that's another thing. They need a center
they do. Lucas Patrick is an incredible backup, versatile offensive lineman. He's not a starting.
He's not a starting center at all. Our boy Doug Kramer, though, from U of I, give him the chance. Give him the chance.
I'm not opposed. What was the other thing I was going to say? And again, this may be because of something I was told like 2 years ago. I still don't think Cole Kmet will be the starting tight end on a championship NFL team.
No, he's not. He's they played him the correct way this past year because he was a blocking tight end that predominantly ran seams.
Block and release.
That's all he should do.
Because here's the other thing. He got 70 targets last year. He's not getting 70 targets with a full off season for Chase Claypool and DJ Moore there. He's not getting 70 targets. I really think yes. And I don't think Cole, it's tough because he's a decent blocker and a decent receiver. He's not elite at either one. And the way the NFL is working right now, you really look at the final 4 teams in the NFL last year. They all had elite tight ends.
I think it's 28.
So
I'm observing the roster right now.
So right now, the Bears have 2 of their blue chip players, possibly 3 if Fields goes crazy. But it's really hard to label. Like, you got to be stupid good as a quarterback to get labeled that. In my opinion, you got to be top 10.
Agree. Agree.
You got to be a quarterback where they're not listening to any trade talks whatsoever, and they listen to them. So you're not blue chip yet.
All right, let's go with this. Here's another question, MJ. So not even talking Bears or anything. Let's remove that.
Yeah.
So right now, excuse me, if you can rank the top 5, I know this is totally just winging it right now, so I apologize for that.
That's fine.
If you could rank the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC right now, who would they be?
In the NFC?
In the NFC. So let's go through this real quick. Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Giants, fucking what's his face? Daniel Jones. Eagles, Jalen Hurts. The NFC East might have the best quarterbacks in NFC. Washington. Who's the Commanders' quarterback again?
It's about to be Jacoby Brissett.
Brissett. Oh yeah, they just signed him, didn't they?
Yeah. Okay, I would go. Here's what I would do. I would say number 1, Jalen Hurts.
Yep.
Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Is it a double XP weekend for COD or no?
I was thinking the same shit. I think it's a double XP for the next 4 days.
It's a double XP weekend right now, so then not Kyler Murray. So then number 4, I'm gonna go
Geno Smith.
I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins.
Ooh,
and then I'm gonna say Geno Smith.
I don't want to as much as I can't stand Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
I mean, he puts up the number. I'm not talking about like who would I pick to win playoff games. I'm just talking about like throughout a regular season. I think those are the top 5.
That's so. How weak is the
and
NFC?
None of those are top 5 in the NFL.
Right. Exactly. Because
all of the top 5 in the NFL are in
on the AFC.
Yeah, because I would say Mahomes,
Yep.
Allen,
Yep.
Burrow,
Yep.
Herbert,
Yep.
and probably Lawrence.
Yep.
And then Lamar.
I would put Jalen Hurts above Lawrence right now.
I would not.
Just right now, I would.
Did you, Bruce? You can't say that without actually watching Jaguars tape.
Don't act like you've watched Jaguars tape.
I have, because there's idiots in my group chat who send it all the time. So I actually have. Trevor Lawrence is stupid good with a football in his hand.
It's insane, but
yeah,
until he leads his team to a Super Bowl. Granted, yes.
Josh Allen hasn't led his team to a Super Bowl.
Well, didn't he win an MVP?
No.
Was he MVP talk? He has. I think he finished second in the MVP race 2 years ago.
Okay.
I don't know.
If you're gonna say that you got to win a Super Bowl, or you have to win an MVP,
you're feeling.
No, I'm just playing it up now that you notice it.
No,
but like, there's no universe, in my opinion, where Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, so I mean, who would I personally rather want on my team? I would go with Lawrence.
Right. Because Trevor Lawrence threw for 4,000 yards last year. He threw for 400 yards and more than Jalen Hurts, and doesn't have a single receiver on his team that is anywhere close to the top 2 receivers on the Eagles.
So
doesn't have an offensive line anywhere close to the offensive line they have in Philly. Doesn't have any offensive weapons anywhere close to what they have in Philly. So and PFF, he had better quarterback numbers.
PFF did an awesome rating system for this past year for top quarterbacks from 2022 regular season. Only regular season. Excuse me, only regular season. Dude, I can't get rid of this fucking thing. Sorry, excuse my language. I gotta try, and that's another thing I'm trying not to do. I'm trying not to swear as much, MJ.
If you're gonna, by the way, if you're gonna bring up any efficiency stats, they are completely skewed when it comes to Jalen Hurts because of that quarterback sneak. Because that counts as first downs, and he did like 40 of them and that is completely skewed
Well, how about this? How
for
about
any efficiency rating.
Does they have a pass grade snap rating?
Okay.
I'll give you that. What he ranked in that was 7th.
I will again bring out, what did Lawrence rank?
In that he ranked. Wow. Oh. Well, you're gonna go with the weapons, so I don't disagree with that. But
What did Lawrence rank?
16th.
Yeah, that's about where I would have guessed.
So, but their overall weighted average. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 4, Tua Tagovailoa. Number 5, Jalen Hurts. Number 6, Justin Herbert. Number 7, Kirk Cousins. Number 8, Geno Smith. Number 9, your boy Tom Brady. Number 10, Trevor Lawrence. Here, and this is exactly where we're gonna you and I, and this is to bolster your argument about how these are bullshit. Guess who was 11th? You're not gonna get it. I have a feeling if you
Matthew
get it,
Stafford.
no, he's 25th.
Kyler Murray.
No, if you
Derek
get
Carr.
it, all right, I'll give you 3 guesses. If you get it, I'll send you. I'll what you call it? I'll send you like a Grubhub of like.
So this is 11th in like adjusted quarterback rating.
Adjusted quarterback rate. The weighted average for PFF's top quarterbacks in the NFL this past season.
Jacoby Brissett.
No. 2 more.
So
guesses.
that's 1.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers.
Negative. 1 guess left. If you got this, it would shock me. I won't.
The part that's tough is I don't know what they're adjusting it off of. Daniel Jones.
No. Andy Dalton.
I actually thought about that. Because I saw it and I was like, that would actually be really funny.
Yeah,
he was 21st in QBR last year. What are they adjusting it to?
So here,
what did they?
So here it says, with 2022 season finally over, it's time to look back at some key metrics at the quarterback position, including PFF WAR, wins above replacement, EPA expected points added per pass, PFF grades, and consensus ranking from PFF's lead passing game analysts.
I'm looking at his stats. I can't find a metric where, he was technically, that's complete crap. He was 9th in quarterback rating. Like passer rating. Passer rating.
Hey,
passer rating is the most overrated number ever.
And if we'll be fair, Justin Fields was 29th on this list. And your old boy, was 17th.
He ain't my boy. He's the greatest thrower of a football ever, but he ain't my boy. I'm also pretty sure he don't like me, but that's fine.
That's fine. A lot of Packer fans don't like you. All right, MJ.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's Thursday. It's the first day of the tournament.
Yes, I didn't fill out a bracket this year because that's how out of whack I am.
Absolutely crazy, man. We talked pre-show about this. Oh, by the way, real quick. Congratulations. Shout out to Kenny for we got a new acquisition to the team. He's gonna be helping us doing some stuff writing for us. So congratulations, Kenny, and looking forward to seeing some of the things that you present to your audience and our audience. So MJ.
Oh no.
Okay, so hands down, most talented team right now in the NCAA tournament. We already know it's Alabama. But what we did see today, MJ, were 2 large upsets. And MJ, that's all I did today was watch basketball because I'm still sick. I laid it on the couch and I just watched college basketball all day.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining about it. Like, I wish I was doing it at a bar or wish I was, or not as like, feeling like shit. But 2 monumental upsets occurred. Wow. Nice. So we had Furman with a upset over Virginia. So MJ, I don't know if you saw this game. Furman actually had a press on. It was like a 1-2-2 press at the last 5 seconds of the game.
Okay.
And Virginia inbounded the ball. And one thing I always tell the kids not to freaking do Yeah, I'm getting to that too, Jack. I'll get to that too. I always tell kids not to do this. Once you inbound the ball, you can't leave on a trap. You cannot leave. You have to stay there for ball reversal. Only the other person on the other side wasn't there either. They all just ran down the damn court. So the trap was super effective. Okay, so now that I have no one to pass to, my coach, like, because I'm not even blaming this on the player. I would actually I want the coach to let the players know, like, hey, we have a timeout. If you're trapped, make sure you use it. One of the guys, 4 out of the 5 guys on that court at the time, I'm sure knew that there was a time, or they should have known, excuse me, that there was a timeout there. Even if the point guard didn't freaking call it, like, didn't know himself. Saying that, MJ, the point guard heaves the damn ball down the court. You didn't see this, did you? A kid from Furman steals the ball, passes it up court. Kid swacks a 3. Yep. Game over with it was 2 seconds left or something like that. Not even 2 seconds left. Had a timeout. They had a timeout. They had that game. It's crazy. And more recently, I don't have the games on right now. More recently, Arizona, the number 2 ranked team, whom, by the way, has a history, an extensive history.
They lost to a 15 from New Jersey last year, too.
Yeah. They have a history of losing to lower seeds. I don't know what it is about that school. I don't know. Obviously there's a turnover rate there because you're going to be recruiting new kids, but man, MJ, that's I don't know, man.
So Bruce, I will say, so I just watched that final play. They didn't leave the trap. There were three Virginia guys right there.
No, there wasn't. Not on the weak side, there wasn't.
No, there's Bruce. There is a dude 3 feet from him.
No, yeah, on the immediate inbound, correct? Because that's the inbounder. But for the ball reversal portion of it, there was nobody else on the opposite wing.
They're both there. I mean, maybe the guy on the close wing is a little far out, but the guy on the other wing is standing. Well, regardless, right at the elbow.
Regardless, you can't be.
It was the point guard. It was the point guard's fault. Wholeheartedly there.
I gotta watch it again because
I can pull it up. I don't care. Let me show this because and you can dissect it for me if you really want to.
I haven't had my coaching hat on in a while. Oh, here we go.
That's fine. Here,
hold on. Let me close that out. All right, let's take a look. See at it.
So I know it shows up kind of dark because it's paused, whatever.
Here, rewind it. No, go back. All right, so
this is the start.
Oh yeah, that's the start of it.
There's 3 guys right there.
Yep. He got the inbound. Where's it? Stop. Pause it. Where's the inbounder?
I don't know who. It doesn't show the start. I don't know who the inbounder was. I would assume it's this guy in the middle.
But there's no. So see, there is no reversal. There's not a good angle. So I can't point. I'm pointing at the screen. There's not a good angle for. Yep, that's a terrible angle for ball reversal though, because that's again you're just going to heave it. Granted, he's open, but I'm sure he can't see over the trap because I think the 2 kids on Furman were a lot bigger than he is.
Yeah, but still, why? You have 3 right there. I guess the idea is get it as far away from your basket as possible, but still, why heave it? Yeah. Why send it all the way down there?
Yeet.
And that guy has to be in the wrong spot. Why are you? He was almost in the corner.
I don't know why they're running away from the ball. You can't run away from the ball at that point.
No. And so now you just boom, buckets.
And I guess this kid, the kid that hit that 3 wasn't shooting well at all in that game. The interview after it was awesome too. He's like, I'm just a winner. All I do is win. And I want to get onto that, or I don't know. It was awesome. It was a great interview. I thought
that's funny.
It was cool. It was cool. I liked it. And then Arizona just looked bad.
Yeah.
Arizona just looked bad. So MJ, I know we got about 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna give my final 4. My bracket surprisingly is not posted yet. I know. I'll let you go into that. My first team and only 1 seed I have losing in the second round actually is Purdue. I think they're frauds. Granted, I didn't watch a whole bunch of Purdue basketball this year, but from what I did watch in the Big Ten tournament, I don't like them against small ball teams. They're big. Edie, I believe. He good back to the basket player. Just an absolute beast of a young man. But if you have somebody that's quicker around him, I don't know how well he'll do with that. I mean, length and bigness can only get you so far. And yes, it's also the same tournament that had Taco. I can't remember his first name. Taco Fall. Thank you. Yeah, who was like awesome in the tournament and helped tremendously because of his size. But the amount of threes that are shot in basketball now and the amount of outside shooting that there is, the amount of guard-oriented play leads me to believe that Purdue is an early exit. So my Final Four consists of Alabama, Houston, Duke, and Kansas.
Got to figure out who's in what division. When I tell you I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything.
Alabama now has the easiest route to a Final Four with Arizona going down and with Virginia going down.
Right, because it's just Baylor and San Diego State. Okay, I'm going to go Alabama. I'll go Alabama and Houston as well, and then I'm going to say UCLA.
Wow.
And
the Fighting Waltons.
And just for Jackson, I'll say Marquette.
Dude, I really wanted to do that. I really like how they play too, but
I just don't. So I think Purdue are frauds. I don't know much about college basketball, but I do not think I would not be surprised honestly if they lose tomorrow. Like,
there's a part of me that wanted to pick that.
So I really think that side's down to Duke or Marquette, in my personal opinion. And again, I don't know that much about college basketball. I know even less than I do about college football. But that would be my analysis.
And also, U of I is terrible, by the way.
Doo-doo.
I have a really good friend who went to U of I, and he was texting me the whole time, talking to me the whole time, watching that game. And it's just not – it's not good, basically. It's not good. So, MJ, 7:52.
Yes.
And after the show, I'm going to be taking a drive. But in order for me to take said drive, because I got to go to the store, but in order for me to take said drive, I have to have good auto insurance.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry, Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call or email Jeff at jeff@mybebig.com, let him know that Third Down Thursday sent you.
And that he's trash at Call of Duty.
That's good. Are you gonna remove your computer out of there, or are you just gonna keep it?
Yeah, I just saw that.
I'm glad you weren't like looking at anything like a little sus or anything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on Twitter, my guy.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Oh.
Yikes.
Anyway.
Real quick, make sure to go on the website. Check out some of the merch. We got just a few things listed on the website. You shut your mouth, Coach Bruce.
Oh, you know what? I should have worn my green one today. Damn it.
You should have. But we got a few things listed on the website, and it'll take you to the online merch shop that we got going on. I was wearing the hoodie earlier today while we were golfing. Got some good comments while I was out on the course.
Nice. How's it feel, by the way? I mean, I know your wife gave the.
Oh, it feels great.
Glowing review of it. Yeah. No, definitely not. Surprisingly, my COD skills are up there now.
He's decent.
You played with me like one time.
Better than your dancing skills.
Shit. That's what I was doing when I saw all the signings that the Bears were getting, bro. Come on, dog.
When Bruce saw they traded the number 1 pick.
when MJ saw that Aaron Rodgers is gone.
I saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah, come on. I mean, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you had to.
But no, MJ, yeah, man. I think it's about that time.
Dang.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Get
don't even
wrecked.
don't even. Hey, I had a 15 burger the other day, bro. Where were you?
He tore that floor up, and you know it.
All right, MJ, it's about that time. Man, we're getting roasted right now, huh?
Yeah, it's okay. I need to send. Hold up. I want to show these folks the edits I made on the.
Oh yeah.
Logo.
Wait. What do you have it on Twitter, right? So why don't you just pop it up on from Twitter?
I didn't put both. I don't think I put both of them. They're all tab here.
Oh, actually, real quick, MJ. So we didn't tell everybody. So hold on. What's going on? Man, dude, my computer's really fucking whacking out right now. MJ, we hit 3.3 million impressions, views, however you want to call it, during the during the past 40 days from the
from the first day of the Senior Bowl to the start of NFL free agency.
Bro,
it's just ridiculous. And I know we were starting some stuff, we were causing some drama, blah blah blah,
100%,
whatever.
100% we were. I was totally down for it.
Yeah, so this is real quick. That's
the little gold.
That's one of them, a little old school, and then just like pure gold.
There it is. I like the
pure gold.
I'm gonna. You know what? You guys send me that again, so I can make that a vector, so it can be put on like a shirt or a hat. Because that looks sick.
Yeah,
it would look
sick.
And
then we also, I'm not gonna transfer this, but we made these little like. It's hard to really. Oh, there you go. These little like name plaque type things that hypothetically we're thinking about, like whenever we're in person, print it out, make it look nice. Bruce, I also
make it look nice.
I also took these. I took the paper.
Oh, you did take them? Oh,
yes, I did,
bro.
So whenever I see you next, I have one for you. Because there's two.
It's funny as hell that you did that, because I was legit thinking about snatching one of those bad boys up.
Yeah, you should have.
I know.
Because I looked around and I saw other people had, and I'm like, all right, I'm doing it.
You're like, all right, bet, fuck her.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna do that. Bruce, please don't.
I don't even know what pose that is.
I know you know exactly what pose it is. It's this one.
Oh, there it is. Sexy. That was definitely, and like I looked like high as balls.
That MJ side announcement. Yeah, honestly.
That was a good night though. That was a fun night. That was a fun night though. Wait,
yeah, it was.
Let's get the
decent day.
Right, we gotta get. What is it with the? We got the 2-hand shuffle. Like I don't even know what I'm like staring at you. I'm side eye.
And then Owen's just staring off into the distance.
Yeah, he's like embarking on something. I don't even know.
Yeah, I have no idea what he's doing there.
I don't even know.
No, I have no clue.
That's great. That's great. That's why MJ is the brains of the operation. Hey, someone's got to be.
Honestly. Oh my gosh! What?
Honestly,
I don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Someone's got to be the brains of the operation, because I get my shit done in the background when like not being a goof on the camera.
Yeah, it's okay. We all have our roles around here. Oh
jeez.
Who's sending me? I love getting all the messages from Packers fans who are like, "You don't know anything," blah blah blah. Let me pull up real quick, right?
No.
So we've all. No. I'm not even going on that. I'm
about to say we got a minute.
No. So, let me just find real quick where it is. I'm gonna pull it up again. Since Bruce, everybody's agreed now, and even Aaron Rodgers said that it's the Packers and the compensation holding up what's going on, right?
Right.
Why is there it is. So let's just pull up.
Oh, here we go.
what I tweeted, this would have been March 9th, so a week ago, that the holdup centers around draft pick compensation and the amount of money Green Bay is willing to eat in 2023.
Look at all those views. Look at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, Rodgers can say all he wants about the media doesn't know anything. Y'all are wrong. Y'all don't know anything about me.
Lose my number.
Aaron, it's almost like other people talk. It's almost like people in Green Bay or people in New York can talk.
He's back on it. He's back on it. We got him back on it.
And it's not just you. It's just, it baffles me, and also just all the people roasting me saying I don't know anything. And then me saying exactly what is going on and exactly what everyone is now reporting. It's wild. Just had to throw that out there.
Hey, it's all good. I get it. I understand it. Sometimes you just got to come at people with a little pettiness. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. And don't worry, guys.
End my Thursday with that.
And don't worry, guys. I'll come more prepared next week because I won't be sick. So that way there's more brains to the operation.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Alan Lazar, you know the meme. Hey, look at us. Who would have thought that one? You don't know memes.
What?
Alan Lazar tweeted something funny. Alan Lazar tweeted something funny.
Oh, y'all and your
memes. Just go look at it. Just go look at it.
I'll check it out. But MJ,
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Go ahead, dude. I don't see your go-to, dog.
You're fine.
I don't even know why.
It is time for our favorite advertisement of any advertisement we've ever had. Even Peoria.
Oh, wow. Peoria.
But none are better than your average card guy. Hey, Bruce.
MJ.
It's finally over.